Hey guys, so welcome to Super Chat. So I take it this means my channel has been approved for monetization, which is cool. Hey Darnell. Hold on. Hey Udia man. Hey Diana. Hey Kelly. So I thought we'd do a Q&A because it seems I've had Super Chat enabled. So I think that means you can like pay a dollar or something, donate $1, and and your question will get bumped to the top of the list. Hi Victor. So it won't get like swamped in all the questions. Plus you can give me some money, which is always cool. I think YouTube takes some of it, but that's cool too, because they need to make money too. So we're going to do a Q&A. So if anyone has any questions, fire away. I can't even see the questions. I wonder where. Presumably the questions will come up. So does anyone have any questions? Oh no, of course I can see the questions because I just see you all say hi. Ah, we're on Super Chat now, apparently. I think. So I don't particularly have anything to talk about, so super exciting live stream. I'm sure something will come to me if we don't get many questions. On a cycle track, cyclists going past. So nobody got any questions? Okay, what should I talk about? Maybe we're just supposed to study silence today. Okay, so I did have a vague topic in mind that I was going to talk about. Like creating extraterrestrial contact, how we create it within our consciousness, and there is no outside of us. It's like I've noticed recently, since we've been doing some of these live online contact meditations, particularly one a few weeks ago, how much like focusing on ET contact can shift our reality, and how it's all just within us. Because when we did I think it was like 3 weeks ago, we did some sort of live contact meditation. It wasn't the one last week. And I remember talking about how Lisa Royal, in her book Preparing for Contact, talks about how we need to tap into the alpha and theta brainwave states, the meditative brainwave states, and and what we do it to make contact with the ETs, and what we're doing when we're tapping into these brainwave states, when we're going into meditation and we're changing the frequency, the cycles of our brain to the alpha and theta states, which we can, what's happening is we're shifting our own vibrational frequency to a different frequency, and it's reflecting in our outer reality. So what's happening is it's a really profound way of shifting, noticing how we create our own reality. Because of course we're creating our own reality all the time, and this is the idea of the law of attraction and manifesting abundance and all these things. But what I've noticed is how powerfully it can actually change our reality when we do these contact meditations, focusing on shifting our brainwave state. Because what I noticed was that, as Lisa explains in the book, we go into meditation, and when we go into a light meditative state, perhaps we've been meditating for 15, 20, 30 minutes, something like this, and we begin to become peaceful and centered, and we notice ourselves becoming much more relaxed. We're entering into an alpha state where our brain waves have changed. And if we sometimes drop into a really deep meditation, when we feel ourselves just sort of dissolving into nothingness, and we become, we go into a really deep state and perhaps get some really like deep multi-dimensional visions, then we've entered into the theta state. And what Lisa talks about in her book Preparing for Contact is how we're actually creating our reality. What's happening is we're shifting our frequency to, let me think about this a minute. Trying to put it into words. So we drop into like these meditative states, the alpha state, and what's happening is that we're actually shifting our reality because we're emitting such a different frequency. When we're in the alpha wave and the theta wave states into our outer reality, we're emitting such a different frequency. We begin to manifest a completely different reality. And this is what I began to notice after we did the ET contact meditations, and but we all of us went into the alpha state at least, or perhaps the theta state, some of us, in this meditation, and we started putting out there the idea of making contact. But also we were emitting these new frequencies. We were emitting these alpha wave states, and what happened, because we were emitting these different frequencies that were very different to our normal frequency, to our normal state of being, we started to create a very different reality. So perhaps that's what we can do today. We can try and do another one of these meditations, to invite in contact by shifting our vibration into a deep alpha state, and perhaps even the theta state, and then we can notice how much our reality begins to change. Because what I notice is that we seem to shift into a very multi-dimensional fourth density reality because we're emitting these new frequencies. So perhaps we can do a guided meditation to take us into this state again, being as I titled this call question and answers, and no one's asking any questions. Why is there no questions coming up? I can't see any chat at all anymore. I wonder if I'm just not seeing it. Oh yeah, something happened. Yeah, I had the chat turned off, that's why I'm not seeing any questions. Getting used to this new super chat thing. Yeah, we have got questions after all. I had the questions turned off. I have noticed people now have dark rings around their irises. Have you? No, I've not noticed that, Diana. Is anyone else? Is it true that the major event has been delayed due to the low collective consciousness of humanity in the last few months? I wouldn't have thought so, because I think everyone's consciousness has been really high in the last few months. So I think we're doing great. I feel like the event is occurring. I've received the dates. Well, I've got a lot of things pointing to around September the 18th to 23rd, around that week, as a big shift point. But I don't know it's going to be the huge event people are hoping for. I don't know what people are hoping for. But we're going through the event now. We're definitely shifting. I think if we can do this meditation to take us into the alpha state this evening, this will help shift us, because this is what was happening. It was very much shifting us into a fourth density reality. So perhaps the more we focus upon shifting into the alpha and theta states, perhaps we can have a very powerful effect on shifting us into 4D, because that's what I noticed. It's been slightly less 4D the last few days, I think. I'm not sure. My ears have been bothering me since Thursday, like the frequency is rising, correct? Intense energies, yes. Yeah, very intense energies. Perhaps it has been very 4D. It's just I haven't noticed, because I think when we're on a high and we're like riding the frequency, you perhaps don't notice it quite so much. But yeah, the energies are really intense. I've been experiencing similar things. There's a real intense, powerful energy that's yeah, it can affect our physical bodies for sure. So yeah, I've been having a bit of ringing in my ears as well, actually. I was wondering if the eyes have something to do with our 5D bodies. What do you mean, Diana? You like noticing that people's eyes have changed and they seem to have like, well, black rings around the irises, like you said. I can't say I've noticed. I've not been socializing much, so I haven't been looking in people's eyes very much. Hi, Danny. Yes, so I wonder what happened to the event. Well, I personally think we went through a big shift around the time everyone was saying, but we're shifting all the time. We are mid-event, mid-shift. I mean, wait, what's going on? Hi, Barrow Boy. Arcturians have been giving me ringing in both ears, more the left side. I believe it's more downloads. Yeah, energies are very powerful at the minute, and we're definitely shifting. Yeah, I'm really good, thanks, Barrow Boy. Still getting challenged, get knocked off centre occasionally, but good. What do you think about Trump's latest proposal for a space force? Could it be a response to recently increased UFO activity? Hi, Bianca. Could it be a... I don't know what... I really don't know what's going on with Trump and that. There's so many different perspectives. Yeah, who knows? It's maybe just Trump and it's... I don't know. There's a lot of people that believe it's some sort of soft disclosure beginning to prepare us for the fact that we already have a space program. But who knows? I really don't know what's going on. I prefer to sort of stay out of the secret space program debate a bit, even though I've been having crazy experiences on the astral plane with them. And I bought a secret space program t-shirt at the weekend at a UFO conference. So I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about that. Oh, do I? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it certainly seems that we seem to have some sort of secret space program. I don't know if everything like Corey Goode and David Wilcock talk about is 100% true, but there seems to be something going on. And I've had a lot of like synchronicities and experiences to point to the fact that there is something real happening with Corey Goode. It's like my higher self almost want me to look at that for some reason. And if this is the case, that we already have a space force and a secret space program, perhaps, I don't know what Donald Trump's doing. Perhaps he's obviously trying to divert the consciousness in that direction for some reason. Perhaps it's part of making us aware about how you know, perhaps he's trying to point our consciousness, planting the seed, pointing our consciousness towards space and the fact that there's something going on out there. He wants to get the conversation towards space. So he seems to be playing all sorts of games, Donald Trump. But I'm not sure. I am also getting visitations from the Lyrans and Pleiadians. My blue avians are always with me. Where'd I go? Yeah, so shall we see how much we can shift this reality tonight? Shift our reality into 5D by doing a like alpha wave brain meditation to shift our frequency and see how it affects our outer reality. And then we can all report back next week what we observed after doing the meditation. I'm beginning to realize that it starts as a feeling, an inner realization before the physical symptoms such as vibrant color, the white light of the sun, birds singing a lot, the sparkles out of the corner of the eyes. Right? Yeah, all these sort of things are sort of examples of raising in frequency. Do you believe we will have open contact within the next 10 years? Will it be the Yahyel or another race? I've sort of been resonating around the timeline 2033 for open contact. I think within the next 10 years, it's probably a bit soon. I think 20 years is a more realistic time frame, personally. It's such a monumental thing. Like, contact is so much more than we realize. It's so mind-blowing and earth-shattering that I think, you know, most of us that are even at the cutting edge of this, you know, aren't really ready for open contact yet. I mean, to have open contact in, you know, within 20 years would be a miracle in itself, from my understanding of what it means as a shift of consciousness and how it will completely shatter our reality. But of course, we are in miraculous times, and we are going through such profound shifts of consciousness that I think it could happen. It will happen at some point. But sort of looking at where consciousness is at the minute, it seems such a huge leap. You know, I guess people are waking up in their own way, but they're just still stuck in the old paradigm so much, even though their consciousness is rising. And I think the Pleiadians will be first. The Yahyel, as I understand it, won't be the first race to make open contact. They'll be the first hybrid race. I've got that the Pleiadians will be first, maybe Sirius second, Yahyel third, something like this. I had a lot of contact all my life since 1977, but woke up to who they really are in 2013. I always felt the love for my Pleiadian family. Thank you, Jonathan. Love and light sent to you. Thank you, Christina. The inner realization begins first before unlocking of the physical manifestations, or is it the other way around? We see the physical manifestations before we wake up. I am just wondering. No, it's always like you first say, it's always the inner realizations first, because our inner reality creates our outer reality. So it's going to be the inner shift that, which is going to be way more profound than the outer realizations. It's like we think it's going to be amazing when all this stuff happens, but compared to the shift of consciousness, it's going to be like a small thing. Inner creates outer. Okay, so we'll do a bit of a meditation then. So, if we just take a few deep breaths. And allow our day thus far to drop away. Whatever it is we've been thinking about today, playing on our mind, our troubles, our circumstances in the outer world, our challenges, our exciting, fun challenges with the interesting humans on Earth. If we just put it all aside a minute, all our thoughts, all our worries, all our perceptions, all our ideas, all our perspectives, all our sensations, just allow them to be there. Don't necessarily need to stop them, just let them be. Don't focus upon them. Just drop it all just for a few moments. And notice what is left. What remains when we no longer focus upon our thoughts and our circumstances, when we just drop everything, let go of everything, just put it all aside. And and notice what remains. Notice that we're still here. There's still a kind of a awareness, a presence, a cognizance that remains when we're not focused upon our thoughts. A silence, perhaps. A kind of penetrating silence. It seems to penetrate everything. And we can begin to observe this silence, this awareness, and ask ourselves, what is it? What does it look like? Can we see it? Does it have shape? Does it have size? Dimensions? A beginning? An end? Or is it simply that it just is? Aware, ever present, always been here? Does it have a sound? Does it have a resonance, a frequency? Can we pinpoint it? Can we lose it? Do we need to do anything to get to it? And this awareness, this stillness, that seems to somehow be us, is it us or is it separate from us? Where did it come from? Where does it go? Does it go anywhere? What does it do? Does it have a role, a purpose, a job? Does it judge? Does it label? silent presence, does it have a role, a task? Is it trying to get somewhere, trying to achieve something? Does it have a purpose, a mission? Or is it just life? Just alive, cognizant? Is it observing? Does it know anything? Is it separate from anything? Or is it that when we let our thoughts drop away, when we no longer focus our attention upon them, just rest in the space between thoughts, between actions, when we cease everything, there's a stillness, an awareness, a life force, a vitality, something, a spark of life that remains, that is prior to yet somehow contained within all things. And this is us, this is the true us, this stillness, this silence, this awareness, this cognizance, this presence, this beingness, this life force. This is life, and this is us. And we are this. And the more we allow our consciousness to rest as this, to be as this, the more we see this is who we are. And as we allow ourselves to dissolve into this awareness, this consciousness, this presence, the more we sense that this as us is infinite, multidimensional, containing the all, unbound and free, penetrating all time, all space, all beings, all things, all realities, all dimensions, all galaxies, all universes, all ways of being, all life. It is life, it is reality. It is the dimensional quantum hyperspace in which we exist. And we can begin to sense an access point into a deeper understanding of this reality. Even though this reality is what we are, there are gateways, there are portals within the human being, like the third eye, the heart space. These higher chakra points somehow allow us to access who we are in a deeper way, or in a multi-dimensional manner. And if we focus our consciousness on our roots chakra to begin with, we can take our energy down into this energy center, this energy vortex at the base of our spine. And hold our consciousness there. Sense into this stillness existing within this chakra point. Sense this stillness that we are as this chakra point, resonating in a deep, deep red, deep red, red, deep, dark red color, vibration, resonance, resonating to the earth's core. Feeling the red color permeating our whole body, our whole being, our whole consciousness, our whole sentience. And we can sense this red energy rising up the spine into the sacrum, into the sacral chakra, just below the navel. Sense an orange color, deep orange, like the setting sun. Bleeding, blending into our whole body, our whole energy body, our whole energy field. And we sense the orange stillness, the orange infinite. Vibration, resonance, orange, deep orange, rising, rising into the solar plexus. And the color yellow. And feel the yellow frequency. Blend, tune our stillness, our innate silent nature into this yellow color. And let the yellow resonance penetrate our whole body, our whole field of vision, our awareness. Yellow, 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 all yellow. And then the yellow rising into the heart space of love and compassion and green. And feel the green love, the beauty of a summer's day, and green everywhere. Green, resonating with our heart. And the blue frequency, sky, resonating with the throat chakra, the blue energy, a high frequency blue consciousness, permeating our whole body, our whole being, our whole universe. From the blue into the indigo, the third eye. And as we reach the deep indigo color of the sky, we can sense our third eye being activated, and we can focus our consciousness in on our third eye. And sense into this space in the center of our brain. And feel the third eye, the pineal gland, right at the center of our brain, activating, resonating. Becoming one with the universe, the cosmos, through the third eye, going deep within. And if we focus our attention on this center of our brain and hold our consciousness here, focused in this point on our pineal gland, and we can perhaps visualize the third eye, the pineal gland, secreting DMT, dimethyltryptamine, the spirit molecule, into our brain, activating the multidimensional nature of our consciousness. Keep our attention focused upon the very center of our brain. Sense in between our ears, beginning to resonate. And keep our consciousness focused upon this pineal gland. Just keep our consciousness centered on the center of our brain. And feel the third eye activating, resonating, vibrating. Feel the pineal gland resonate, flooding the brain with DMT, awakening the higher consciousness, activating our dimensional portal within ourselves, our true sight, our true vision, our true access to universal awareness, universal consciousness, cosmic being. Perhaps we can begin to see visions, images of sacred geometry. The macabre, the sacred macabre vehicle, the two interlocking tetrahedrons, three-sided pyramids, the tetrahedrons, two interlocking, forming the three-dimensional star shape, the macabre vehicle. And we can see this as an access point into multidimensional consciousness. We can see we have entered a multidimensional version of reality. Tetrahedron, the cube, the octahedron, the flower of life, sacred geometry, activating, resonating. Penetrating deeper dimensions, deeper realities, deeper time-space, consciousnesses, timelines, time frames, worlds. Sensing how this multidimensional reality is all around us, this sacred geometry, these portals into other realities, pervading all time and all space. Feel the worlds colliding. Dimensions merging. Portals activating. Consciousness is melding. And know that this centered, activated, multidimensional state is a portal, a gateway to extraterrestrial contact, to merging of worlds, merging of dimensions, bridging of realities with the Galactic Alliance. And from here we can put out the invitation to the extraterrestrial beings, the extraterrestrial consciousness, to enter into our reality if they wish, to assist us with this difficult and challenging transition of humanity we are currently going through. And welcome them in with open hearts. Invite in the extraterrestrial beings, our star brothers, the Pleiadians, Sirians, Sashani, Yael, Arcturans, Orions, any beings of the light, willing to assist us at this time, if we welcome them into our reality and say, we are ready for the next phase. We are ready to do whatever it takes to initiate galactic conscious contact with your civilizations. And by entering into this light meditative alpha state of consciousness, we are shifting our frequency to their level, and we can from here invite them in. And we say thank you for assisting us at this time, and we would like to invite you a little closer into our dimension, a little closer into our reality at this time, to accelerate the timeline of first contact, to assist humanity in the awakening of the heart, and to love and compassion and service to all, and the realignment with the understanding that we have higher selves always guiding us, that we are multidimensional beings. We invite the extraterrestrials in to our world, to our reality, to our dimension from this space, from this alpha wave consciousness. And the understanding that we have shifted reality, we have chosen to realign our perspective to a positive, love, light based frequency in accordance with the laws of love and light and the law of one, of creation. And from here we offer up to the extraterrestrials, if they wish to enter our reality tonight, this week, this month, when it resonates in their hearts, as it resonates in our hearts, to become one. They are welcome in our world. So there, did we shift realities? Have you seen any flying saucers yet? So if you have any more questions, we can take a few more questions while I walk back along the footpath. Okay, so, thank you, Mshari. When will all this happen? How soon? Question. I guess it's a process, and it's a process of learning to be centered in the present moment, because the true transformation takes place within us, and the only place we can really find that is in the present moment with present circumstances, regardless of whether the ETs are here or there. And it's really a process of following our excitement, tuning into our resonance, what lights us up, what our calling, our path, our purpose is, what our thing is. You know, whether it's singing or dancing or painting or channeling or yoga or Buddhism, or the arts, or Hinduism, or A Course in Miracles, or whatever your thing is, whatever your passion in life is, that is your path to self-realization. And the more you align with this frequency, the more you follow your excitement, what you're doing is you're matching the vibrational frequency of your higher self. And it's like your higher self is perhaps on a frequency up here, we could say, like resonating at a very high, pure love light frequency. And what we need to do is we need to keep like pushing through, breaking through to that higher self frequency. And we do that by aligning with our highest excitement, because our highest excitement is the guidance of our higher self. So, for example, my higher self is resonating on a frequency of serving humanity through channeling and through extraterrestrial contact and through doing YouTube live streams and everything I'm passionate about. And every time I act upon one of those excitements, I'm matching the vibrational frequency of my higher self, and so taking one step closer to matching the frequency. And every time we penetrate through, we become closer to that self-realization, closer to that present state of awareness where we are free, and the remembrance that we are freeness, we are infinite awareness, multidimensional consciousness, infinite multidimensional consciousness, free from all circumstances and situations in each and every present moment, right here, right now. We are free. But when we got the crazy mind, we forget it. So we need to keep doing the practice and keep following our excitement to penetrate back through to the realization that all is well in the present moment, regardless of whether the ETs and disclosure and all the things we are looking for is happening. That is the secret. And when we have this realization and we begin to raise our frequency more and more, we begin to see the outer reality manifest. We begin to see the things happen in the outer world as a reflection of our own inner self-realization and transformation. So that's the secret, to find it within regardless of circumstances, and then it doesn't matter about the outer circumstances. I want to make contact, but not now, because where my living arrangements are currently, they already think I am odd, perhaps a crazy. It's a challenge to be the odd one out. When the time is right, we will make contact. Yeah, it gets easier to be the odd one out after time. When you realise that, you know, happiness doesn't really come from fitting in, it comes from being the odd one out and resonating with a higher self. And that we don't really need to fit in, we don't really need anyone else at all, because we are innate freedom, bliss, transcendence, unity. When we realise that it's all within and it doesn't matter what anyone else is thinking or perceiving of us, it becomes a lot easier to be the odd one out. And when you are okay with being the odd one out, ironically, perhaps you start to attract people of a like-for-like frequency, so you're no longer the odd one out. You stop resonating with people on the old wavelength, and you start attracting high vibrational, amazing people into your reality that are into similar stuff. So when you're okay with being the odd one out, you actually stop being the odd one out, because you start resonating with people that aren't of your frequency, and you start attracting people into your reality who are on a higher frequency. When the time is right, we will make contact. We sure will. All things are perfect in their timing, as a wise Sasani being once said. So thanks, guys. Been a great ad hoc live stream. So have a great day, guys. Be free. Be present. Hi, Greta. And I'll see you same time next week, 6 PM UK time. Love and light, everyone. Be present, be free, be one. Shivai. 1111. 11 viewers, 11 likes. 1111. Goodbye. Shivai, everyone. How do I stop the live stream? Bye.